So today I'm going to keep girl talk short and sweet, which is a stretch for me. I know. But because I know we're in holiday mode, we're getting ready for the 4th of July. And so I really wanted to talk about the importance of follow through and how twofold. So the two things I want you to take from today's call is, number one, where in your life are you having your breakdown? Because like we were just on the Fox Project program call for this week, and one of our participants is going through a situation where, you know, she feels like she's just stuck, like I just can't get out. And so it's like I had to remind her that the harsh reality to life is that we are obviously, God's in control of our life, right? But we're in control of doing our part. So little things like saying, I can't something, that's doing our part to say, what can I do? So instead of focusing on the breakdown, focusing on the solution, the vision, where you want to go. So but what I was pointing out is that we all have an area of our life. Basically what I'm getting at is that where we're getting in our own way. So you could see like two people do the same exact business plan, and one person could be successful in it and the other person could completely flop. And the difference is the person who's applying that business plan. And so the one thing I want you to take from this call today is asking yourself, where am I stuck in my life? Because we're all completely overwhelmed and stuck in some area. It might be our finances. It might be our relationship. It might be our parenting. It might be we want to start a business, or we want to get our business to the next level, or we want to do more with our time, but we feel like we don't have time. Like we all have something that's like, oh, like I just can't get out of this. So I'm not shaming her or wronging her. She's living life perfectly to how everyone lives. We all have that thing that we're like grappling with, right? The difference is it's how we're approaching it. It's who we're being when we're in that, and how much responsibility are we taking for the fact that the reality is we get to get ourselves out of it. So last week we talked about every breakdown is an opportunity for a breakthrough. And so this week I want you to take, what is your breakdown right now? What area of your life are you breaking down? And then asking yourself, what part do you play in that? Because like then you'll get to act like, so the best way to figure out where you're in your own way is to figure out your breakdown and then identify the blocks. So like for me, my breakdown right now is my money. Like I'm in my business, I'm spending way more in my business than I'm actually bringing in. And so I get to start doing things to get better money habits with my business. The problem is me, because I'm like, I use the example today. I'm saying I don't have money because I don't, but I also am spending money. I need clothes because I'm going to Essence Festival for 4th of July. So I need new outfits. I don't need anything. I have a closet full of stuff, but I'm in my own way. So that's one area. Am I fully tracking? And this aspect of my breakdown, the example I'm going to give is mine, is the second part of this call, which was the topic, which is follow through. So your follow through might be great. So your breakdown might be somewhere else, but I'm aware that my breakdown is my follow through. So what gets me tripped up is following through on things. So for example, with the money situation that I gave, my breakdown is spending way much, having too much credit card debt, not enough cash flow, and then being stuck in, oh my gosh, I can't pay for this, I can't pay for that, whatever. And the breakdown is that the where I'm in the way is I'm not following through on the areas that would help me alleviate these problems. I'm not following through with not spending on, like I used to have a spending hiatus. Buying clothes was not a problem in my business because I didn't do it. It didn't matter where I was going. It didn't matter what I was doing. I did not buy new clothes. Now I'm not doing that anymore. So I'm in my way again because I'm spending money in an area that is not necessarily best serving my bank account. Where else I'm in my way with follow through is I know that I need to be tracking every expense so that I can see where I'm spending money in areas that maybe I don't need to. I'm completely avoiding that because I don't want to see. So where in your life are you maybe avoiding the things that you need to be doing because it's not comfortable? You don't know like you don't like the way you feel. So there's always a payoff to why you're doing something that keeps you stuck. The payoff for me is that I get to stay comfortable in just spending like aimlessly and having the things that I want and not having to stop myself from doing that. But the cost that I'm paying is debt and not having the cash flow that I want. So tracking, I'm not following through with that. This week on my very own program, I am leading my group of participants, and each week we have a stretch goal that we're holding each other accountable. And my stretch was to do a budget, and I didn't even finish it. I started it, but I didn't finish it. So how am I going to lead a pack and I'm not following through? And there's so many other areas. The other thing you can take from this is the way we do one thing is how we do everything. So you can then ask yourself, where else in your life is this showing up for you? For me, everywhere. It happens everywhere. I'll start a tradition with my kids. I'll start I'm going to be doing this. And then I phase out. I'm going to work out and then I phase out. I'm going to stop eating sugar and then I phase out. So my follow through sucks in all areas of my life. And this is a pretty common thing for most people, because to be consistent with anything that challenges the flesh is hard. So I believe follow through is a challenge that most humans deal with, but I will say that it's also the reason why I wanted this to be the topic today, because I do believe that it's the follow through that we're missing to have our breaking point, our breakthrough. It's the follow through that if we would just stay consistent with those things that we set out to do, we would make the money, we would have a better relationship, we would have better parenting styles, we would have more money in the bank, we would have a more successful business, we would have all the things that we're saying we don't have, we can't get through, we just blah, 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 blah. All those areas where we're stuck, we actually could overcome those if we would just stick to the things that we need to do and follow through. So my encouragement to you guys today is one of the biggest ways, and like you've probably heard the saying, the teacher is the biggest student. One of the reasons why I'm so good at teaching some of the things that I teach is because I need them the most. And so I have studied how to follow through. And one of the biggest ways to follow through is to realize that every moment is a choice. So I realize in my breaking points, when I stop doing something, I will tell myself, oh, well, tomorrow's a holiday and I wasn't able to work out on Monday because blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to just start next week. Instead of saying, no, I'm going to take 3 days this week instead of 5, is better than nothing. It's in that moment of, I'm going to start tracking my money. The moment that I think of doing it and then I have an excuse of why I can't do it, it's choosing, nope, I'm doing this because I get to follow through. It's, whatever. Are you pointing? So it's choosing in whatever moment that you're, having that choice to eat the candy or not eat the candy. It's choosing to not eat the candy. It's choosing to work out when you don't feel like it. It's choosing to, it's whatever. And it's a daily, momentarily choice. Every time you cross that road, you have to choose it. And unfortunately, I just fall short with my choices. Most of the time, I'll just talk myself out of it. And that's the aha moral of today's live is, don't complain. Don't say you're stuck. Don't blame it on all your outside circumstances, because usually it's you just not making the choice to do it. And I just was thinking that was one of the things I was going to say, and I think I had a sidetrack moment. But I was saying, when you identify your breakdown and then you identify why are you not having the money you want? Why are you not being the parent you want to be? Why are you in the relationship that you're in? What is the problem? Then you can write those things. And usually those whys are external things. Like you're blaming it on, well, I don't have time. Well, I don't have this. Well, I don't have that. And you're blaming it on a limitation versus saying, okay, well, how can I create this? How do I get to shift so that I can do those things, so I can be able to do that? Like even like a simple one with sugar, like I don't have self-control. Like I'm not like my husband. That's my story all the time. He's so good. Like he can say I'm not eating sugar and then just not eat sugar. But me, I don't have self-control. Well, saying I don't have self-control is saying I don't have self-control. And how do you get self-control? You get self-control. It means controlling yourself in the moment. It means choosing not to eat the sugar when you're not supposed to eat the sugar. And that's all it is. So really the biggest missing link that most people are missing is the most simplest thing, and it's just to do it. It's just to not do it, whatever side of the spectrum it airs on. So Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Enjoy your holiday. We'll be back on next week. And I do want to just share a quick little plug that if you haven't heard me talk about the Zone event, make sure you reach out for information. I'm inviting now until August 30th for anybody who has a business or a business idea. You don't want to miss the Zone event. It's a 3-day injection of the latest trends in business, and we have a free group on Facebook. So if you're hearing this and you're interested, just message me so I can send you the link. But it's like we're just doing all of our business practices, principles, teachings, things that we can offer up that are helping us in our life. And we're just offering it as like a give to build community around this event. So even if you know you can't make it to the event, you can join that group. I invite you to that. And just know that every month we have the Fox Project Inner Circle as an ongoing membership program where you can join our community on the Inner Circle and get like monthly themed calls. So last month our theme was sexuality, and we had an amazing guest speaker teach us about the body and just how to get connected with your womb and all these things. And then we had a sensuality coach come on and teach us like the power of movement and touch and all your senses. And then this month, coming July, we have 2 parent coaches. So even if you're not a parent, you can still benefit, but it's all around family. So we'll be talking about systems in the household, how to organize your house to be more effective, more efficient. And then the parent coaches will be teaching like parent hacks and tips and stuff. And then next month, August, is all about money. So our speakers will be teaching all about money management and stuff like that. So each month is a new theme. We bring in these expert coaches. I'm a coach junkie. I've paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to work with mentors. And so what I created was a low in membership program where you can have these coaches come to you and you can kind of get a taste of what's out there without investing the thousands of dollars until you're ready or until you know exactly what you want. So I invite you to look into the Inner Circle and the Zone event. Have a happy 4th, and I will see you guys next week on Girl Talk with Crystal or in the Fox Project, wherever we hang out together. I'll see you there. Bye, guys.